चक्षुरुन्मिलितञ्जनशलाकैर्विदूततिमिरं ज्योतिर्मयं शाश्वतं स्थानं प्राप्य विराजते विनमताम् अज्ञानमुन्मूलयन् पश्यन् विश्वमपीतमुल्लसति यो विश्वस्य पारे परः तस्मै श्रीरमणाय लोकगुरवे शोकस्य हन्त्रे नमः. Dear friends, first of all, thanks to Karthik and Sunita for inviting me to participate in this satsang. And I am very grateful for the knowledge imparted to me by the tradition, which definitely is a great blessing for all those people who have understood Vedanta from the very mouth of Sri Ramana Maharshi, and the tradition only has consolidated this understanding for all of us through many scriptures in Vedanta as well as Sri Ramana's own writings as well. We are all blessed to have that tradition of teachers who are given to us in authentic ways to understand the highest truth. As we chanted this Aksharamana Malai, it's both in praise of Lord Shiva, who is the presiding deity there in Arunachala Hills, as well as his own manifestation in the form of Sri Ramana Maharshi. Many of you know that very word Arunachala, what it means. Can anyone tell me what Arunachala means? Himachala, you know. Chalam na vidyate edi achalam. That which does not have any chalana, movement. Like any hill is called achala. Any hill, any mountain is called achala. And our mind is called chanchala. What is the difference? Our mind is constantly in movement, whereas Bhagavan's residing place is achala. That's a major difference. That's why in India most of the temples are built on a hill to indicate that our mind should reach a state of achala. That is one thing. In Sanskrit, the word runa means obligation. Runa, indebtedness. There are many runas. The Rishi runa is there, Pitru runa is there. Pitru runa means what is your obligation towards your own ancestors, parents, etc. All the children must have Pitru runa. They are obliged to their own parents for what they have done to them. Good things only. Similarly, we must have runa towards the rishis who gave us the correct knowledge. We are indebted to them. And in the society in which we live, also we are having certain runas, because without the community of people and resources, we would not survive. Deva runa is there. Towards Bhagavan also we have great amount of obligation. But given this world as real, we have many runas, many obligations to fulfill. But when we say we need moksha or liberation, we must come out of all the runas, and the one who has thus come out of all the runa is called Aruna. So Arunachala means Arunam Achalam Cha. One who has gone beyond all the obligations, and one who has established in the highest truth in oneself is Arunachala Shiva. Sri Ramana Maharshi therefore represents that state of being, one who has gone beyond the worldly ties, and no more runa is applicable to him, and he established himself in that achala sthiti. Therefore he is referred as Arunachala in that way. Aruna also is the charioteer of sun. In our tradition, the 7 horses of Lord Sun, representing the 7 rays, violet, indigo, blue, green, red, and red what? Red? No. Violet, indigo, blue, yellow, orange, and red. Our ancient masters have understood these 7 rays, and they had portrayed that as 7 horses of Lord Sun. Much before the science could ever discover that. And who is the charioteer of that very horses bound to a chariot? Who is the charioteer, the driver of the sun's vehicle? His name is Aruna. Arunodayam. Before the sun rises, the light that you see is Aruna. It is said that Aruna is the brother of Garuda. I mean, I don't want to go back to the whole story about it, but he was delivered before he was fully developed. He didn't have legs. So his mother was very upset, and she did not know what to do with that. At that time, Bhagavan Surya said that, don't worry, I will take him as my charioteer. That's how he became the charioteer of sun. And he said that he will come before me, and I am giving you that blessing. So therefore, the one who comes before the sunlight, indicating sun is about to rise, is Aruna. So it is said that very hill is the very abode of this Aruna. Therefore also is referred as, that place is known as Arunachala. As you know, in the tradition, there are Pancha Bhutalingas. All are in Tamil Nadu only. And this Arunachala Shiva is representing the fire. That's why Kartikeya, nothing to do with you, but Kartikeya Deepam, it's lit on the top of the hill, representing Bhagavan Shiva. They are representing the pure light, the fire. The verse that I chanted in invoking Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, many of you may probably know. How many of you know that verse? Okay, good. Antaryascha bahirviduta timiram jyotirmayam shashvatam sthanam prapya virajate vinamatam ajnanamunmulayan. Jyotirmayam shashvatam sthanam prapya virajate. Virajate, he who shines. And Ramana Maharshi is one who never travelled anywhere. He found the abode of his own father, Bhagavan Shiva. And he said, I have come to a place where I don't need to have any more journey. The journey of the soul has come to an end. We are all constantly taking this journey. Because we have not yet found out our destination. What is the destination of the body? Death. Is it not true? The body's destination is death. Whether you like it or not, it is under travel constantly. Can you stop it? Can you stop the body not getting old? Is it possible? Every day it grows. By the end of the day, end of the talk, you are 1 hour closer to death. Don't get alarmed. Even if you stay home, the same thing happens. Because you have come here, it doesn't expedite or slow down. Swamiji is saying so many things, so the truth is always bitter. That's why at the end of it, they'll give some sweets also. Body's destination is death. Nobody can stop it. Mind's destination is rebirth. Can you stop that? Mind's destination is rebirth. When I say mind, the individual personality you and I are, our subtle body, consisting of the emotions, thoughts and ideas and opinions and prejudices, notions. It's also called shuttle body, because keep shuttling. The complex of mind and intellect together called subtle body. It is subtler than the gross, which I can see. I can see you, but I can't see your mind, thank God. So if I have to see your mind, I will be in trouble. Many people ask this question, Swamiji, can you read mind? I said, I have trouble with my own mind. Why should I take yours also? No need. So the mind and body complex, who we are as individual personality, the ego you can call it as, is subject to constant birth and death because it has not found its final destination of release. Associated with the body, it constantly strives for finding new and more pleasures. So the body has a destination called the death, mind has called the destination of rebirth, soul's destination is moksha. If we can clearly separate ourselves into 3 parts, we will understand Vedanta or the teachings of Ramana Maharshi much better. I'm sure all of you have read, I don't need to tell you about that, but you cannot have moksha of the body, for clearly that is true, because it is after all matter, it will perish. Nor that soul is ever away from its actual destination. It apparently seems to be away from its destination because of the interruption of the mind. It is not that we are not the self. We are Paramatma even before we know it. Whether you know it or not, we as the self is real and established. And what is that which is making us not to remain in that awareness is the mind. Therefore, the focus of all the teaching is to how to make the mind remember its false nature or know its false nature. And by knowing the false nature of the mind alone, we know who really we are. Ahamina shama jahamahantaya spurati hirtsvayam paramapurnasat. At the end of this false I, the real I emerges. So that is called realization. What are we now? False cessation. This false I notion has to end. So the teaching is little more abstract because anything false cannot be further falsified. Please follow me, otherwise you will fall asleep. Anything, it's already false. But how will it fall again? Let us say, now it is September, right? In October, all the leaves will fall. Correct or not? That's why it's called leaves. They leave. The tree is full of leaves. Meaning what? They leave. That's why they are called Padati iti patram. It falls. So if it is, that's why they say fall asleep. Don't they say that? He has fallen asleep. What does it mean? From his present notion of I am, he has fallen. He has left it. But he doesn't know that he has fallen. That's the problem. See, Ramana Maharshi used to say, realization of the truth is where you are wakefully asleep. Is it not true? Now, when we fall asleep, we are asleep and asleep. We don't even know that we are sleeping. Whereas Samadhi Sthiti is where a person remains fully awake to the fact that I am not. That's why you look at Ramana Maharshi's picture, especially this picture, he is looking at you but not at you. Because you don't exist really. Therefore, sthanam prapya virajate. What is the sthanam there? Jyotirmayam sthanam. Jyotirmayam sthanam. The nature of the self being self-illuminating. It means it knows itself fully. Full awareness. Complete awareness of one's own being. That is called Jyotirmaya. Just like a light, when it is brought, you don't need another light to know it. Deepasya anadipa na ichcha. There is no need to see a light, another light. To see another person, you may need a light. That's why it's called enlightenment. In Tamil, enlightenment. My light, I don't need anything else. I know it. So, the Jyotirmayam, and which is Shashvatam, eternally illuminating self-awareness. Sthanam prapya virajate. He shines forth. See, this Jyotirmaya Swarupa or Paramatma is beautifully explained in Ekashloki by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Very beautiful. So one verse he completed the entire Vedanta to the people. So one boy asked, what is called enlightenment? See, what we find is in Mahatmas, they make the truth very simple to us. But because our mind is so complex, we don't understand. So this verse goes like this, Ekashloki is called. Kim jodistava bhanumana harime ratro pradipadikam syadevam ravidiva darshanavido kim jodirakya hime chakshustasya nimilanadi samaye kim dirdiyo darshane tasyaham bhavan paramagam jodistadasmi prabho. Now over, the entire Vedanta is complete. So the boy asked what is enlightenment? So the teacher, Guru, with a lot of compassion, he says, Kim Jyoti Tava. What is light for you on a daily basis? What is your light? Bhanuman, meaning sun. Sun is the light for me. To see anything, I need a sunlight, right? So, you have this light, isn't it? So if you have a sun windows, you don't need these lights, right? So anything I want to see outside, if you go, there's no artificial lights. It is the sunlight which is illuminating everything else outside. So to see anything during the daytime, I use the sunlight. Kim Jyotistava, what is your light? Bhanuman Ahanime, during the daytime. Ratrau, teacher is asking. What about the night? Pradipadikam, lamps. Correct? So where the night has fallen, the sunlight is no more, how do you see things? With the help of lamps. Very good. Nowadays you don't need to put on the light. Alexa, light on. And don't even get up and do it. Anyway. So during the daytime it is sunlight, during the night it is other lights. Alright. If during the day you are using sunlight, during the night you are using the other lights, to see the light, what the light you use? Huh? What light you use to see the light? If a person is closed his eyes and if the light is on, does he know that the light is there? Syad evam ravi deepa darshana vidau kim? If that is so, ravi deepa darshana vidau, to see the ravi, the sun, deepa, the light, to see that, what is the light? Chakshuhu. Eyes. EYS. Eyes. Okay, fine. So we have sunlight during the day, lamps during the night. To see the sunlight as well as the lamp, I need the eyes. Okay. When your eyes are closed, with what light do you know that eyes are closed? How do you know the eyes? How do you know the eyes? With what light? Now it is open? Yes or no? Now?
Yes.
Closed. Now open. Tasya nimilanadi samaye chakshusha nimilanadi samaye. When the eyes are closed, eye is closed. How do you know? The buddhi. With my intellect I know eyes are open, eyes are closed. Sun, light, eyes, buddhi, intellect. Diyo darshane. Intellect is also in the form of a thought saying eyes are closed, eyes are open. Thought, how do you know? How do you know the thought? Existence of a thought and absence of the thought, how do you know? From morning till now, how many thoughts have passed by your head? Think about it. Which is there, which is not there right now? When you got up, coffee thought came. When you had a coffee, that thought went. Then you want to take a shower, that thought came. But you rejected that thought. Hey, yesterday only I took shower, I don't want to. That thought also gone. So, the thoughts arise and go, but none of them stayed back. So, I am aware of my thoughts. Some of them were important, some of them were not. Some of them stayed, most of them is gone. Now, how do you know the existence and absence of thoughts? Diyo darshane. Kim jodistava bhanumana hanime ratro pradipadikam syadevam ravideva darshana vido kim jodirakya kime chakshusasya nimilanadi samaye kim diyo darshane. Diyo darshane kim? Tasya aham paramakam jyotihi. To witness the intellect, to witness the thought, aham. It is not a thought. If it is also a thought, then that is known to by what? Tasyaham paramakam. Paramakam. Akam means light. Tasyaham paramakam. Paramakam jyotihi. So he says, I, the light of consciousness, is that which knows the existence and absence of thoughts. And through the thought, I know the opening and closing of the eyes. Through the eyes, I see sunlight or the very other light. So, which is the greatest light then? Bhavan Paramagam. Teacher says, you are the supreme light. So the student says, Tadasmi Prabhu. I am that light. Enlightened. So what is this Param Jyotihi? What is the greatest light? The light of consciousness, which is self-aware. But even now as we are, each one of us are none other than that supreme real light of consciousness alone. But what is that which is not allowing us able to remain in that understanding and awareness is Timira, the darkness. Antaryascha bahir, within and without. And the one who is able to remove that timira, unwanted growth, like in the eyes, when there is unwanted growth is called cataract. That cataract is called timir. In Tamil, timir means something else. Timir means arrogance and pride. That covers the person's vision, right? That's why it's called timir. Timira is actually tamapradhan, of the nature of darkness. Similar to that of cataract that brings darkness to your eyes, you cannot see properly. Similarly, the mental timir is that arrogance which makes you not see things clearly. And within and without, antaryascha bahir viduta timiram. Where that timira, the darkness, tamas has been destroyed, thereby he is able to continuously remain established, shining forth as Jyotirmayam Shashvatam. Antaryascha bahir viduta timiram Jyotirmayam Shashvatam Sthanam Prapya. Having established himself in that pure consciousness, having destroyed the darkness called ignorance, which is within and without. See, the antarbahihi is also important. When we read books, whether it's Upanishad or Gita or any of these things, what happens is we get to have an understanding about what is the nature of Atman, and we are able to know the nature of the self as well as nature of the not self, what is Maya, what is illusion, etc. But then when we come to be part of the world, it somehow is not available to us. As though we have forgotten completely. We get to be a victim of the preconceived notions and all our habitual ways of living, in spite of the fact we know it. Yet, we are unable to see that as a practical experience externally. To give the connection, to bring the connection between the knowledge within and externally perceiving it on the standpoint of the knowledge is what is called sadhana. Study itself is not a sadhana. How steady you are is the sadhana. Now many people say, we are going to study group. I said, are you going to study group or a steady group? Study is alright, but it's not steady. Especially in the people in Kerala, when they chant this Kandamandala Karan, it's a very interesting thing. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana chala gaya. So, that ajnanam should go away. But it is not just a mere, see, that's the difference between avidya and ajnanam. I think I have explained in some other part. Avidya is, na vidyate iti avidya. When you don't know, it is avidya. But when you know and you don't practice, that's called ajnana. We are not ajnanis to the extent we have learned about Vedanta, etc. So we know what it is, but we don't experience it that way. Ajnanam is more of misunderstanding. Avidya is no understanding. If I don't know something I learn, then I have understanding. But that understanding should remove all misunderstanding. In spite of knowing who I am not able to practice that, then misunderstanding will continue. Wrong notions, in spite of the knowledge. Ajnane navrutam jnanam tena muhyanti chantavaha, Krishna says. Ajnane navrutam jnanam, can you believe it? अज्ञान जो है वो ज्ञान को आवरण करता है. How can it be? It's opposite, isn't it? But then there's something wrong with Krishna's statement there. Ajnanena avrutam jnanam. Darkness covering the light. Is it possible? Tell me. When you bring light, darkness goes away. Is it possible that darkness cover the light? Is it possible? That's what he says. What it means is, vidya, knowledge you have got, but ignorance continues. Of what? How to use that knowledge is not there. How to make the knowledge your experience is not there. Therefore he says, Antar yascha bahir viduta timiram. Antar timira tata bahir timira api. Inner understanding as well as outer misunderstanding is removed. Outer misunderstanding is gone by the knowledge established in that knowledge of the highest reality. Then only it is real sthiti. The Jyoti sthiti is only well established only when one is not confused, and do not think the world will come and overpower me when I am established in knowledge. Many people ask, Swamiji, okay, Vedanta and all we read, but how do you stop from outside problems? See, for example, Arjun asked Bhagavan Krishna, should I fight or not fight? The very question shows he doesn't know what fighting means. Will you ask anybody, what is your opinion, should I eat when I am hungry or not? Tell me. That means you are not hungry. Clear? Should I sleep? Not now, but... Would you ask everybody's opinion? Similarly, if Arjuna says, I want to renounce, what's your opinion? Very clearly shows what you don't know what is. That's why at the end he explains what sannyasa means. Knowledge is there, but I don't see the practicality of it. Because it looks like external world of thing, whatever it is overpowering my knowledge. Ajnanena avrutam jnanam. Tena, due to that, jantavaha muhyanti. Therefore people are deluded. The scholars, in spite of knowing all the knowledge, still acting foolish. It shows what? It's only intellectual knowledge. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, on the other hand, he was not a scholar, but all scholars were around him. Why? Because he has established in realizing the truth within and without. No confusion at all. Antaryascha bahir viduta timiram. Viduta, destroyed. Jyotirmayam shashvatam sthanam prapya virajate. There are Mahatmas who have realized the truth but don't utter a word. You can't learn anything from them. Is it not true? There are great Mahatmas you established in Samadhi, but they don't communicate to anybody. Then how can anybody will learn and remove their ignorance from their mind? Whereas Sri Ramana Maharshi was one who was established in the highest reality, at the same time, Vinamadam Ajnanam Unmulayan. Vinamadam Ajnanam Unmulayan. Vinamadam, those who have surrendered to him, those who have come to be at his feet, namate is to surrender or to salute. Vinamatam, those who have surrendered to here at his feet, meaning took him as their teacher or the guru. Vinamatam. What did Bhagavan do? Ajnanam Unmulayan. Unmulanam is to root it out. Remove from the root. What? Ajnan. Ajnan ko from the root remove it. Not even a trace of it should be there. So his life was completely dedicated to remove the ignorance of the people who have come to surrender to him. And as I said, strangely, all the scholars were also there, which only shows their scholarly understanding did not remove their ajna. Avidya is removed, ajna. That's why in Kenopanishad also a teacher very clearly says, if you think you know, you don't know. Yadi manyase suvededi, if you think you know, you don't know. Yasya madam, tasya madam, madam yasya na vedasaha. You think you know intellectually, then you don't know. Ajnanam unmulayan. So this ajnana nivritti, the removal of this ignorance mean what? What it means? Pashyan vishwamapidam ullasadiyo. Ullasadi. He enjoys ullasa. Ullasa means not just enjoyment, it is exhilaration. It's full of joyfully. What does he do? How does he enjoy the world? Is it in solitude somewhere where nobody is there? Many of us say, Swamiji, I went to a lonely place, solitude, it was so peaceful. It will be peaceful because there is no trouble from anybody else. Are you all happily would be able to sleep in night when you go to sleep or not? Because the problem maker is not there, including you. Similarly, when you go to a solitude where there is no external disturbance, you will definitely enjoy it. But Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is not that way, remained aloof or stayed in some solitude. Pashyan Vishwam Api Idam Vishwam Pashyan Api. Even as he was seeing the world, as you and I would see. As in Ulladhanarpada or in Saddarshanam, Ajnasya Vijnasya Vishwam Asti eva. Isn't it? The world is there, Ajnasya Vijnasya Api. Whether you are a man of knowledge or you are a man of ignorance, for both the world is the same. But how you see is different. Vishwam Pashyan Vishwam Apidam Ullasadiyo. Why so? Vishwasya Pare Paraha. He had gone beyond the reality that is given to the world by the mind. That's why he said wakeful sleep. He is awake to the world which you and I are seeing, but sleep to its reality. We take whatever we see too seriously. That's a problem. We watch series, eat cereal, but never cereal. Our problem. Pashyan Vishwamabidamullasadiyo. That's the beauty of this knowledge. This knowledge does not make you unhappy. क्या करें, कुछ साधना करना है, वो साधना करने में क्यों इतना, why are you so unhappy about it? If you are really a sadhak, your face should be bright and joyful at all times, because you are laughing at the plurality which is unreal. As Swami Chinmaya used to say, never allow world to make you unhappy. Or in other words, don't put the key to your happiness in somebody else's pocket. Why should you wait for the world to make you happy? Or how do you allow the world to make you unhappy? That's your mistake. So when you are a sadhaka, when you are a seeker, first thing is, nobody can make you unhappy. If anybody can make you unhappy, that means you gave reality to that. And that's your mistake. One lady went to a shop. She was buying something. And she was taking out her card. And then the person on the counter found that she was carrying a remote control, in her hand. So those times, and nowadays it's in the phone, but those times you have the remote control. I'm talking about some years back. Nowadays it's different. So he was a little curious. Why are you carrying the remote in your purse? He said, I asked my husband to come along with me for shopping. He doesn't want to come. Only way to punish him is to carry this remote. So you can't see the TV, right? So in the same way, we have given our remote to everybody to operate us. I can make you unhappy. Now you can make you angry. Why do you allow others to control your experience? The world, if given reality, surely it will torture you. Therefore, Pashyan Vishwamapi, even as perceiving the world, Ullasati, is not unavailable to the world, but is established the place where you and I have to reach it out. And once we reach there, we know exactly how he looks at the world. That's why he's called a Maharishi. Rishyate means sees. We call it seers, not S-E-A-R-S. S-W-E-R-S. They see, and the way they see is what we are supposed to reach to. That's why it is called in the Guru Stotram also, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave. He shows how to see. We have eyes, but we don't see the way they see it. We have not only the eyes, we have the other eye also. That's the problem. This eye, then there is one more eye. That eye is the one which is controlling this eye. When we remove that eye within, this eye will not be troubled. When you see a thing, morning also I was talking about it, when we see a thing, we don't see it as it is. We see as interpreted by our eye, the ego. If you see a flower, you don't see the flower. This flower will be nice if it is there in my drawing room, inside a vase. Now you are not looking at that flower. You already started traveling with your eye about what to do with that flower. This flower reminds me of the flower that I gave to my girlfriend who slapped me. No, flower is flower. You have gone somewhere else. How your girlfriend slapped you and then you feel very bad and feel like committing suicide, and then how these pills never worked. All this it goes on and on and on. You're traveling in your mind while the flower is innocently sitting there. Now, are you seeing the flower? No, I'm not. That's the nature of the mind. It never stays in one place. Man ki baat hai. Monkey only it is. Monkey baat. It never stays. It jumps on from that. Then you see that when you have any, even now when you go there inside to eat, you just watch people. I think nowadays this weather is very changing. It's unpredictable. It's sometimes hot, sometimes cold. Summer it is cold, then winter it is hot. I think it's global, warming. Yeah, warming. So I think food is not warm enough, right, today. So I don't know who warmed it. I think it is not good. I think yesterday I went to another party. The food was very warm. I think that is a South Indian. Yeah. There is North Indian and South Indian. These South Indian people, it goes on and on and on. Where it will start? Weather is hot. And you will find it is your international political problems you will be discussing. Within 5 minutes. That is the nature of the mind. It just jumps. That's why it is true that when Krishna was asked by Arjuna, Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramadi balavatradam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoho iva sudushkar. Like controlling of air is not possible easily. Keeps moving. My mind is so fickle and adamant, like teenagers. You cannot predict them. You cannot predict the mind. So the one who is able to why that mind is running in that way, because it never stays in the reality of things. If you are looking at the flower, you are not looking at the flower. Eyes are looking, but eye is not looking. If you conquer that eye, the flower being seen by the eyes will have no problem with you. Or you have no problem with that. Like if you see this mountain, that's called Mission Hills. You look at the mountain and enjoy the beauty of the mountain, there it stops. You don't own it. To enjoy, do you need to own it? I wish I had this meal in my backyard. Can I take it? So therefore the world outside I'm not able to enjoy, because I want that ownership, I want to possess it, I want to own it, I want to change it. Not if it is the world, it is okay, the nature, people also. We just do not accept things as it is, as they are. We always want to interrupt it, always want to change it, always want to own it. And that I and mine, I want to change it, I want to own it, I want to enjoy it this way. This nature of this ego, expressing itself as the individual I, is the one which needs to be destroyed. Then the world is not an issue. Ajnasya vishwamasti. Pashyan vishwamapidamullasatiyo vishwasya pare paraha. Tasmai Sri Ramanaya Loka Gurave Shokasya Antre Namaha. Finally, see, in Vedanta we always say there are 4 things which need to be established in invocation: Adhikari, Vishaya, Sambandha and Prayojana. Who is the fit person to listen to this knowledge? Also, who is the fit person to teach this knowledge? Who is an adhikari to teach and adhikari to listen also? Both should be there. So in this very verse, who is the adhikari? Vinamatam, surrender. Vinayena vinamatam, unmulayan. So the one who is able to surrender with devotion and humility to the feet of the Bhagavan is the student. And what is the qualification of the teacher here? Jyotirmayam Shashvatam Prapya Virajate. One who is established in the inner light of awareness and shines from there, such is the nature of a teacher. What is the Vishaya here? What is the subject matter here? Ajnana Unmulanam. Vidyaya. By knowledge, how he is able to remove that ignorance from the mind of the student. Sambandha is, what is the sambandha here? What is the connection here? Even when you are seeing the world, you should not have samsara. While being there, in the very world itself, samsara nivritti took place. It should not be anymore a trouble of living. That's why it's called Jivan Mukti Swarupa. It's not that after death I will reach the moksha. Who knows? But while being here, while perceiving the world, that is a sambandha. Because the student as well as the teacher both are living in the same world, while the student is suffering, the same place, the teacher is in great joy. And the qualification of the student also must be feeling the intensity of the heat. Durvara samsara davat nitaptam tutu yamanam turadrishtavadaihi. I am being tortured by the duradrishtavada, unfortunate evil, wind of ignorance. Vidam prapannam paripagi mrityoho sharanyamanyat yadaham najane. I do not know where else to go. Please release me from this ajnana which is coming in the form of the evil of great wind which is torturing me, throwing me here and there. Duradrishtavadaihi vidam prapannam paripagi mrityoho sharanyamanyat yadaham najane. I do not know where else to go. This should be the state of mind of a student. Not, chalo, try to remove my taking it. It's not even challenging the teacher. Where there is a true surrender, vinamatam ajnanamunmulayan, therefore, the student must have that intense yearning to come out of it. And the teacher must be established in joy of existence because of the knowledge of unreality of the world, elusive nature of the world, while seeing it also. Then prayojanam, finally, what is the result of this knowledge is ajnana nivritya shoka nivritti. Shokasya hantre namaha. I salute to the one who has destroyed shoka. Is it not that the last part of Bhagavan Sri Krishna also says, Ma Shuchaha. He started the teaching with Ashochan, Anvashochastvam, Prajnavadams Jabashase. You are talking, you are worrying and being sorrowful about something you should not be sorrowful about. The last part he says, don't worry. Shokasya Hananam, the continuous, complete destruction of shoka. That is a priority. So Sri Ramana Maharshi has a world teacher, Loka Guru. In his teachings, essentially he made the inquiry into the reality as a simple process of falsifying the false mind. Knowing its false nature itself is sufficient. You don't need to do anything about it, and to really realize the nature of the mind is false. Because the nature of mind being the thoughts only, no thought has reality until you give reality to it. You listen to me for an hour, you go home and your wife is asking, what did Swamiji say? I think I recorded it. Now you see, how many thoughts went by when we were discussing this? How many of them you really kept it? people you saw from morning till now, how many of them faces you remember? Whom you pay attention, isn't it? Yes or no? If you have not paid attention, then that won't remain in your mind. So what is mind as for all thought? What kind of a thought will remain in your mind? That which you gave reality. If you give reality to the thought, it will repeat. And that repetition of thought is what's called memory. So it is my choice to give reality to the thought or not. That choice, when I come to start experiencing or employing, I'll be free. If I don't make that choice, I'll be bound. Maneva manushanam karanam bandha moksha. Bandhaya vishaya asaktam. Moksham nirvishaya. If I thus realize that it is my prerogative, my priority, my choice to make a thought alive and real or not to make that thought alive and real, that is my choice. Nobody else has a choice. Nobody can make my thought real. As even I dreamt yesterday night, and when I got up today, I know that what I dreamt was not real, and at that one single understanding, my thoughts that I went through in dream is not real, the whole thing collapsed, isn't it? Now you try to remember what you had as a dream some 10 days back. Try. In the dream, if you had a dream such as you had a very loving, obedient, wonderful wife, then you may remember. So that's what you wanted, and that you think that that is going to be real sometime in the world. But any other, any things that you don't consider as real doesn't exist in your mind. But as much as what reality you give into this world will remain in your psyche, and then it will repeat itself. To come out of that reality, come out of my thought is not a magic. It's a practice. That's why Bhagavan says, Abhyasena kaunteya vairagyena cha krihyate. How do you make sure that your mind is no more troubling you? Abhyas karo. Practice. So the most simple way of putting that is, Manasam tu kim margane krute na eva manasam. Arjava margana. Given the mind reality, you have to do a lot of sadhana actually. But if you understand the reality of the mind is my choice, it's a little hard to digest for the people who may not think like that, may not want to. So, okay, tell me that if I don't give reality to the mind, what is the end result? Moksha. I don't want moksha, then there's no problem. Keep going. So that's therefore, Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi's teaching is straight, without beating any bush, straight away comes there. Is the mind real? Think. Are your thoughts real? If you say yes, then it is you who gave the reality. If you see somebody around you and who is smiling, I think he's mocking at me. Whose problem is that? If you are walking, this is my favorite example. If you walk on the road and somebody says, "Hey fool, come here," and if you respond, whose problem is that? Why are you calling me fool? Oh, it's you. I didn't know that. I just called out and you responded. Who gave the reality? Why are you getting upset? Because you consider yourself as a fool. One man told his wife, I heard what? That you are telling everybody of your friends that I am stupid. Wife asked, is it a secret? Anyway, doesn't matter. Now therefore, I give reality to something, and that starts torturing me, you should ask this question: who gave reality? When you go there, do you have any sweet prepared there? Something is there, I don't. Huh? What?
How the sweet?
In the sweet is Kesariya. Pulkataya. In the sweet, cholunga. Cake, okay, cake. So, cake is sitting there, and does it tell you, come, eat me. Does the cake ma, you cake, right? You want it or the cake wants you? Does the matter trouble you without you succumbing to it? I am weak, that becomes strong. I make myself weak to make it strong. Is it not true? Cake, you don't, it's cake, I don't want it, you move. He is not getting upset. He may get upset. Why are you not taking? So where the world is troubling you? How does it trouble you? I give in, then it will start. Oh, who this I? Not the eyes. Eyes do not. Tongue wants the cake or you want the cake? If you go on inquiring, you realize the ultimate mistake is you. You are making a mistake. You are making a wrong move. And the world makes the next move. The world means the matter makes the next move as though because you made the wrong move. Is it not true? Ragadvesha viyuktesti vishayan indriyes charan atma vashir videyatma prasadam adhigacchati. Bhagavan Krishna says that when the man of knowledge who has kept his senses under his control, even as he walks in this world with no likes and dislikes, his experience is peace. Prasadam adhigacchati. Prasade sarvadukkanam hanihi asyo bhajaya. Sarvadukkanam hanihi. The entire dukkham comes to an end when you don't give reality. Shokasya hantru. Remover of the shoka. Not by any magic. By just giving you correct knowledge. The knowledge alone can finally end the sorrow. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramayah sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukkhamat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.